Alright. What's up?
Hey,
Welcome back.
Shah is back.
I'm
Sharil.
back. Yesterday ada sibuk sikit. Sorry guys. So yeah, welcome back. Today.
Welcome back guys. Welcome back. Today this is the second episode.
Yeah. So today kita ada seseorang yang sangat menarik yang kita bawa hari ni, yang akan membincangkan tentang.
Kejap. Tapi hari ni macam I rasa stress sikit lah.
You stress lah?
You stress tak?
Hari-hari stress. Hari-hari stress. Bawa kereta stress, jumpa orang stress, makan stress, tidur je tak stress. Tidur pun stress.
Tidur stress
I
rasa macam I think everyone can relate. I rasa semua orang, especially youngsters or siapa-siapa je lah, dia macam dah tak ada age gap tau.
Betul.
Semua orang akan merasa benda ni. Semua orang akan stress.
Betul.
So bila cakap pasal stress ni, dia macam there's a lot of thing. Because stress ni macam too general.
Yeah.
So I think macam best juga kita borak sama ni.
Betul.
Betul tak Syah?
Cuma hari ni hari ni kita nak cakap pasal e-hailing. E-hailing punya stress. Semua orang stress, tapi kita nak cakap pasal scope e-hailing sebab kita hari-hari naik Grab. I naik Grab kadang-kadang, you naik Grab. Ataupun ada e-hailing punya taxi apa.
Tak, when you talk about e-hailing kan, okay lah, macam ni lah I cakap. Bila you always complain tau, macam you nak pergi from one point to one point, you dah complain sebab jam. Itu kita baru 2 jam 3 jam dalam dekat on the road tau.
Betul.
Imagine e-hailing taxi drivers. Siapa-siapa je yang bawa taxi tu, berjam-jam daripada pagi sampai ke malam bawa kereta. Macam mana tu? I memang tabik lah untuk orang-orang yang bawa taxi ni. Macam mana diorang handle stress? I am really curious at this point.
Betul.
That's why we have our special guest.
Yeah. Without further ado, the one and the only Minnie.
Hello.
Hi, Minnie.
Hi.
You look pretty.
Thank you. You too. I feel less stressed now.
Why?
Because you say I'm pretty.
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome to Heybuzme.
Yeah.
So probably orang kat sana nak kenal you yang cantik ni. Siapakah nama gadis si cantik hari ni?
Nama I Minnie. Saya seorang counselor. I buat konten-konten tentang how to improve korang punya mental health di Instagram, Min Care.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, check it out, Min Care after this.
Yes.
So,
Alright.
so hari ni kita nak cokak pula.
Dah stress ke? Dah stress ke? Sabar.
Itulah I berdegup jantung.
Minnie. That's what I say.
Okay. So basically bila kita naik Grab lah, yang paling stress yang I selalu dengar lah, member I bawa Grab kan, dia cakap orang ni pinpoint dekat A, tiba-tiba dia tunggu tempat lain.
Tu
sambal betul.
Miscommunication.
Kan, it's always like that. I don't know how they like maintain their anger, you know, their stress, because they deal with like a lot of people kan. Macam kita dekat office pun meet the same people every day pun dah stress. You imagine like jumpa orang berlainan every single day. So okay, so like let's just start with like what is stress? What happened to us?
Okay. Yeah, I guess I can relate.
Yeah.
You know, like we meet each other like hari ni, like this is our first time kan.
Yeah.
You know, like I already feel like nervous. And for like e-hailing drivers, tiap-tiap hari nak jumpa orang yang like so unsure who they will meet. So I would say the stress is there. Like a lot of people tak faham the kind of stress of like uncertainty. Kan? So what is stress? I think stress ultimately is like it's a very natural thing. Everyone experience, like even kids juga dia experience stress. Like especially when it's like the perasaan risau, dan itu tension yang kita feel in our body. Especially when we meet like things that kita rasa ialah ancaman untuk kita. Those kind of things. That's when the stress come out. The stress is for us to kind of the perasaan of like that, like stress dan tension kan, will help us to know that ada danger. Kita perlu like protect kita sendiri kan. Then you have to keep yourself safe lah. So that's why stress is normal.
Okay.
Okay.
So but I'm like really curious actually. When we were young, we don't have this issue, right? Got lah macam marah and all of that, but I don't think during our age yang muda-muda kecil-kecil, we don't have this stress. But why bila kita dah meningkat umur, dah grow up, we have to have this, and stress ni kalau it's a normal stress that you can like deal with, it's okay tau. Ni sampai ada yang depression, banyak suicidal, that's all of things. Why? What
happened?
Yeah, what happened? Yeah,
very good question. Like tapi actually kan kids nowadays juga rasa banyak stress. Like in school kan banyak pressure untuk perform well lah, get good grades. Then when you grow up, it feel macam like it's like more. Kan? You can think of it like stress is like your stress. We all have this stress bottle lah, a cup lah. Kan? Like when you're a kid, maybe like 1 or 2, but you still got like so much space untuk letak, the worries kan. But if over time, kalau kamu tak handle dia properly, ia akan accumulate.
betul.
So as we grow up, if we don't manage, kalau kita tak cari cara-cara untuk managekan stress, kita biarkan dia, we suppress lah. Kita cakap suppress itu stress atau perasaan. Kita tak luahkan perasaan atau tak take care diri sendiri kan. Then over time, kita accumulatekan stress, dia akan turn into chronic stress. Yeah, that over time you imagine kan, itu the cup is so full that over time like fuller, kalau tak manage, it's gonna overpour.
Gonna explode.
So that's why kita rasa as we grow up, kita ada lebih banyak stress. I think a lot of times, of course the weight of the stress juga getting heavier kan. Like last time you don't have to worry about paying the bills lah, nak jaga keluarga lah, atau like kalau kamu kahwin ada anak-anak, itu stress. The weight itu stress dan responsibility, tanggungjawab lebih berat as we grow up. So imagine dulu kids kan, kamu worry apa?
Bila nak makan, bila nak main.
There you go. And then those are like stress relieving stuff juga. Kan? So last time the stress is like so small, now it's like getting bigger and more big. So that's why we feel like as semakin besar, the stress pun semakin berat juga.
Betul.
I
think it is not an easy for driver kat luar sana, sebab diorang very stress. Diorang nak hadap jam, nak hadap klien, and then keadaan sekarang sara hidup yang sangat tinggi. So diorang surviving mode. Diorang diorang terpaksa kerja overtime. So diorang sekarang ni stress. Kita cakap untuk e-hailing, kita semua stress. Cuba kita cakap perspektif e-hailing. So I think orang kat luar sana, yang driver kat luar sana, mungkin diorang tak tahu cara untuk manage stress. Probably Minnie boleh advise what can step untuk manage stress. Sebab diorang jumpa orang macam-macam. Ada good customer, that's okay. Kalau orang yang macam, manusia kan, kadang-kadang ada yang macam tai. sorry
Tak, kau tu tai.
You lah. You kan yang tak bayar. So I think Minnie boleh advise what the first step. Sebab ramai orang sekarang, diorang tak perasan, diorang stress.
Betul.
Diorang tak perasan. So diorang tak kalau macam doktor kadang orang kata simptom dia adalah your bahu become tight, your neck very like stiff and so on. So I think Minnie boleh, okay, mungkin kita pergi dulu lah. Apakah tanda-tanda orang stress? I think Shah, you expert juga. Like what you say is like siu-siu.
Siu-siu.
Teh lah kembang. Okay.
So I rasa like banyak-banyak tanda, tapi ada like kalau kita cakap like stress juga ada stress yang baik lah. Okay, kalau for example hari ni kalau saya tak rasa stress untuk record podcast ini, saya tak akan prepare kan. Saya akan like whatever lah kan. Tapi this kind of good stress, dia motivate you, dia increase your productivity. Tapi stress yang tak baik tu like itu like for example like the e-hailing punya traffic, banyak uncertainty, and then there's like a lot of like bad customer, you feel threatened kan, itu like ancam, like you feel like bahaya lah, like like the become protective. So I think the first thing paling important is to talk to someone. Luahkan perasaan. Like even if you vent ke, like cakap dengan friend ke atau keluarga ke, luahkan perasaan. Like I like dalam counselling session kan, banyak orang tanya I like, just talking saja, cakap je boleh ke someone get better. You'll be surprised, like if you have a space untuk orang just talk about feelings and they feel safe. Dia rasa like, oh okay, this person tak akan judge saya, dia akan accept my feelings. Then the feeling become slowly get smaller, right? So imagine like when you first feel the stress, it's like so hard to handle, right? But when you talk about it, dia akan rasa like shrink smaller. Then it's easier to handle. So I would say number one is to talk about the feelings, luahkan perasaan. I think number two is carikan hobi yang kamu suka lah. So a lot of times kita like for example kita ada 24 jam sehari. So berapa jam you tidur?
8.
Good job.
Tapi kalau e-hailing drive sampai malam macam mana?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like your habit juga akan affect lah, right? So if let's say you memang I know like cari rezeki kan, you have to like work until late night ke, tak apa, make sure that you have a routine yang kamu boleh follow kan. So as long as you get your sleep done, right? So 24 jam, 8 jam. Syah avoid my question berapa jam?
Berapa jam
you
kena
tidur?
Oh man,
No. Guilty.
less than 5 hours lah. Okay.
Bad
But
example.
That's really bad, yo.
kat luar sana, you nak tahu, kalau you kurang tidur, your brain starts shrinking.
And then why are you sleeping 5 hours?
Yeah.
I thought to the mirror, Syah, you dengar tak? Tidur banyak sikit.
Tak, you buat apa?
Main game
No.
Dah simpan ni.
Okay.
Bad example. Okay.
So maksud you kita kena manage time kita.
Yeah, I think most important kita ada banyak contoh kan, people say like journaling lah,
all
pergi
those
walk
thing
lah.
lah.
Okay, important boleh, tapi kalau kamu tak basic needs, kalau tak take care, it's very hard. Yeah,
Betul.
so sleep at least okay lah, bukan 8 hours, I think 6 to 10 hours is okay.
I think that's the minimum, right?
Correct.
6.
Make sure you have enough rest. I think number 2, make sure you makan. We are Malaysian. We love our food. Okay, makan. Make sure you take your food intake. But I talk about hobby kerana like 24 hours we spend 8 hours untuk like for sleep. Kita ada 16 jam saja. Then normally kita kerja, I think e-hailing 10 hours good.
I think more.
More kan? Yeah. So you spend so much time, untuk dalam kerja kan. So sometimes kita lose ourselves, like our role as a e-hailing driver. Kita juga ada banyak role. Kita mungkin we have a family ke. Kita juga, as an individual, you are your own person juga lah. So it's like so important untuk kita carikan minat kita sendiri. Like you have to go and find something that fill your own cup. Jaga diri sendiri juga dulu, then you can jaga orang lain.
Betul.
Tapi kan, okay lah, when you say like hobby, right? We're talking about e-hailings, Grab drivers and everything. Okay lah, let's say like they take one day off, but diorang lagi stress. Macam alamak, probably like today I can get more, probably
betul.
Like why am I here? The mind is so, it's everywhere. So what do you think about that? Like why even like you take a day off, cakap dengan orang pun, you still like in
the
your
guilt kan?
guilt. You still rasa macam stress, macam I shouldn't ambil cuti, I should like just like work, I don't have enough money and all those stuff. Like how can we help this kind of people? Because I think this is the biggest problem ever. You know, it's never enough. You know, if you work, it's not enough. If you don't work, of course it's not going to be enough, right?
Yeah.
So
Tapi boleh nak tambah sebab bila you cakap macam tu kan, sabar-sabar. Boleh cakap sebab I cakap perspektif sebagai seorang lelaki lah, dan berkahwin, seorang ayah lah contoh. Bila you cakap macam tu kan, I ada perasaan tu.
Yes, semua
sebab dia rasa guilty macam my wife nak makan apa, my son nak makan apa, I boleh rehat hari ni kan. So how you going to justify, is it necessary or is it like
luxury?
Luxury.
Yeah, I faham. I'm not gonna lie, I pun feel the same.
Yeah.
Like when I rest, I'm like, I should have been productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of feeling.
Betul.
Yeah, so it's very common. It's common doesn't mean it's normal. Okay, so common means banyak orang juga rasa macam ni. They feel like, I sepatutnya kerja, you know, I need to feed the family, saya ada keluarga nak jaga. Yeah, I think it's okay to feel that way. This is like good stress, good pressure. It helps you jadi productive kan. You find new ways to, you know, handle this. But if let's say like we say before, right, it's kalau this stress becomes sangat besar that you tak boleh function.
Yeah, betul.
Siapa akan jaga keluarga?
Betul.
Kan?
That's why you sleep 5 hours. This man.
Dah kena marah mak.
Yeah.
Betul.
But you're not gonna, the stress, you know, like I think like what Shah say, the stress akan motivate you untuk jadi like a good father, like ayah yang baik, you know, become a good suami. Tapi kalau long term kan, kalau kamu work every day until you break, right, siapa akan jaga keluarga?
Exactly.
Betul.
And you don't even have time for your kids. You don't even have time for yourself.
But you susahkan orang lain pula, nak jaga you pula.
Bukan nak kata susah, as in like macam dah lah you tak ada masa dengan your anak-anak. And then you're always out there, and then you go back, you're like so always angry because you're like tired. So I think we need to know how to balance kan.
Yeah. You'll be surprised because I work work closely with a lot of family juga. You know, the kids, dia tak kisahlah how much money you bring home. Dia kisah time dengan you saja.
Exactly.
So I think it's finding a right balance. Kalau kamu sentiasa menjadi like, if work is your identity kan, kamu ada banyak identity lagi. Kamu like, you know, as a dad, how much time juga kamu spend time as a dad or as a suami, as a family man, right? So your worry is valid, tapi juga I think
it's
in a big picture juga you have to think like, you know, is this stress a good stress, or is it getting like overwhelming?
Exactly. I think because it's like gonna affect everyone around you.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, when you talk about food, right, makanan, right? Okay, that's an interesting part because some food, because how to say, stress is like chemical balance about cortisol, right?
Correct.
Cortisol is like inflammation.
Yes.
Jadi kalau kita makan makanan, sebab ada makanan yang bawa inflammation pada kita, so it like boost your cortisol and become more stressed. So probably you can advise what kind of food is better for.
I mean like for like Grab drivers, they don't really have time.
Yeah, they just grab apa makanan.
Apa macam dorang kalau boleh lagi senang, lagi cepat, kan? So what kind of like food that macam e-hailing Grab drivers yang boleh makan like every day, like senang untuk dorang lah kan?
Oh, I didn't like imagine like we were going to nutrition juga. I like this conversation. Okay, I guess the cortisol level definitely, because that's the chemical imbalance when we talk. That's the like stress, like fight or flight itu imbalance. So kalau if you say food, I would say try to avoid kan food yang very oily lah, you know, very.
I think that's the hardest part.
I know.
Betul.
I know.
We like go to mama.
No, I mean like
mama have good choices too.
See,
I know. Instead of like roti canai, you have tose, you have chapati. Just tambah telur lah.
Betul.
Telur good protein. Yes, protein help you feel full.
Yep.
Help you feel full, more satiated. Then you don't feel hungry. Most important thing, if let's say kamu tak boleh like follow until like I don't eat oily food ke apa ke. It's not like that. Kalau let's say that's the only choice, then you eat. Eating is better than not tak makan kan. So make sure you makan dulu. Tapi kalau ada choices, you choose something yang keep you full dan juga boleh long lasting lah. So for example, instead of like the itu tandoori chicken.
Tandoori chicken, ya.
Okay. Ya. Betul.
Okay kan?
Okay.
Instead of
hungry.
curry, like maybe less itu kuah, more meat, or like the night before just prepare to telur, just put it in your car, peel, like just eat it. That's what I do juga dalam session, because sometimes I back to back juga. Juga tak boleh makan. If you eat too full, then you like very dangerous. Don't eat too full juga. Food coma. So find something that keep you the nutrition is there, then keep you full, that you don't feel your body is will not go into like that stress mode. Because when we talk about stress kan, Shah brought up a very good point. It's not just emotion, bukan saja emosi yang terganggu, or like you feel sad or you feel angry. Tapi your body juga dalam stress, long hour of sitting, you are not moving kan. Kamu like very like stagnant. So body juga akan mengalami stress. So when the body feels stress, it can be hunger. Hunger is one source. Number 2 is like long
hunger or craving?
Hunger lah kot.
Hunger, craving. Oh, you want me to open another can of worms to talk about craving ke?
Tak, sebab kalau kita stress, kita nak makan tau.
Lapar lah tu.
Kan nak cari junk food lah, apa
Correct.
lah.
Itu you seorang
I like. Okay, when you stress, what do you crave, Amira?
Anything that's near me.
Gagap.
No, I don't have any craving like food.
Tapi dia suka coffee.
High
coffee.
Five.
I drink coffee a lot.
How much?
I'm exposing myself.
Dia baru buat tadi. Grogra.
I don't know. Sometimes 3 cups a day.
Okay.
Itu minimum kan?
But that's like the. Hey, what's wrong with you? You want to fight? Hey.
Normally when client come in see me say 3, I would times 2. Times 2 in my head.
Okay.
So Shah, your craving normally stress?
Coffee.
Coffee juga. Okay. For me, I like cakes and ice cream.
Hey, you seem like Michi.
Itu juga. Okay. So I crave for sugar. So kalau kamu ada craving, you take it as your body bagi sign you.
What kind of sign?
It's like if you have the craving, it's like your body is like pee pong. I'm feeling stressed.
Okay.
So you take that as a sign. A lot of us kita pergi like we just makan saja, then we just ignore the stress. Kan? You just like chuck in the coffee and then it's like okay, I will just power through ini. But kalau kamu start ada craving, take it as a sign. Body kamu bagi tahu kamu you're in stress. You can still eat the ice cream, still drink your coffee, but you also manage the stress juga. So it's like, am I feeling stressed? Bolehkah saya pergi jalan-jalan around the building, or like I think e-hailing also sometimes you need to like get out of the car. You can park your car somewhere, stretch body, do something else juga on top of satisfying the cravings lah.
So when you say like stress, right? I think it can relate back to hygiene.
Hygiene? Oh, tell me more.
Betul.
Tak, can you imagine like orang yang stress, like kita cakap pasal e-hailing ni, when you like too stressed, you don't even you macam dah tak boleh nak jaga diri sendiri.
Yeah.
So
faham.
That affects your hygiene, kebersihan. That is kebanyakan orang kat luar sana complain macam taxi, all those stuff, kotor, tak bersih.
Bukan,
I think
most important thing is tentang bau badan.
So benda-benda macam ni, that's why I kata stress ni dia affect everything, your makanan, your hygiene, your everything, like literally everything. So macam mana tu? No, because we need to highlight this point as well, because I think bukan dorang nak to be like that.
Betul.
Nak you don't really have time for yourself. You have to like bekerja ke sana ke sini.
And hot, right? Under
And
the
very,
sun
very hot.
juga.
You know, all the uncles out there love you to pieces. So yeah, thank you for your service. But how can we manage this issue as well? Because I think this been going on for too long. I think I'm not yang Grab drivers yang the current one ni okay lah, very very good kan. I mean like yang the old ones, the uncle. Macam mana tu? How?
Like for I think different age kan, kita ada different priority lah kan. So the stress juga sangat, it's very different. Yeah. So when it comes to, I think when you say taking care of yourself kan, itu ultimately you are taking care of yourself. Kalau stress itu so big, it's like so berat that you cannot manage it, that's when you need to start seeking for help, right? Banyak orang yang they have like the bottle that I mentioned kan, like so much that it's like overflowing sudah. It will turn into ada issue like depression ke, anxiety ke, atau like tu rasa like they will start not functioning in their own life. So this would affect the hygiene, their relationship with others kan. And then I guess ultimately when it comes to that, it's important to take care of yourself first, right? Like take care of yourself is as in you have to find time to kind of regulate itu emosi. Yeah. So is there like a specific case that you remember of?
Of course.
Okay, tell me.
Previously,
maybe I can give better
previously,
advice.
During my diploma time, I used to take a lot of like naik taxi kan, go balik rumah. I can tell you, from 100% tu, only like 1% je yang okay. The rest memang they have that one smell, that taxi,
Betul.
that taxi smell tau. So and then I look at them, they're like very stressful, and I'm macam tak nak hantar you jauh. You know, like they instead of give like good service, I know they're old, dah berumur, and then you still have to work, and then you're in the car all the time. So sometimes that's why people get like really bad impression about all these like taxi drivers and all this stuff. I really do not want that. You know, they need to feed their family and all the stuff. So I have like really bad experience with taxi drivers. I'm not sure why, but this is what happened to me lah. And of course I heard a lot of stories from friends and everything. Taxi drivers, they like macam very picky and all those stuff. I understand because of I'm sending you back and then I'm getting that amount of money. I get it, So I think that's the issue. They build up so much problem until they just lash out to the customers, right?
Yeah.
So I think maybe you can give like a little bit of education, like tips, like a simple one, like how can they like manage this stress?
Yeah. I guess the stress I am feeling is like it's like a two-way thing. Dia stress, you pun stress.
Betul.
So like two tension together
Yeah.
kan. So when kalau I ask Amira sekarang, like now Amira dan Amira diploma Amira, would you have reacted differently kalau sekarang if you meet like someone like that?
I will just go out from the car. I just don't want to because to me I have like really less energy. So I'm like, okay, uncle, if you don't want to send me, I can go out from the car now. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I just don't feel like fighting or arguing is the like best solution at this point,
Dulu?
Like, dulu I will fight. I have like a lot of energy. I used to bring my knife because I'm a chef. Right, disangka lah. No lah, joking. So no lah. I used to have all this like energy, like arguing and stuff. But now I'm just like, it's okay, uncle. I understand. I'm stressed too.
That's the difference. Sekarang you understand.
Yeah.
So you can be calmer.
Yeah.
Right. I think a lot of us juga tak we don't understand how stressful the job of e-hailing drivers.
Betul. The
And that's
empathy
why
tu
we are
tak
doing
ada.
this. That's why we are
Betul.
doing
But
this.
just now I think Amira ada cakap dua benda sebenarnya. Satu pasal bau badan. Second pasal emosi dia.
Betul. Betul. That two things.
So I catch you what you mean.
Okay.
Pasal bau badan. Actually, okay. Let me Dr. Syarif to you. So basically when people stress, diorang punya metabolisme also increase. Sebab high pressure and then jantung pump laju.
Faham.
So mengikut Dr. Syarif juga, diorang mudah berpeluh. So mudah berpeluh dan sebab tu diorang tendensi untuk bau badan tu sangat tinggi. And then sebab tu untuk korang kat luar sana, minum air masak cukup. Perempuan 2 liter, lelaki 3.5 equal to your blood. Tiba-tiba krik. Tak, betul. Lelaki at least 3.5. Dia ada calculation lah BMI korang punya berat badan. So korang ada calculation dan korang dapat minimum of water. Tapi by normal human anatomy, lelaki 2.5 sebab darah lelaki lebih, perempuan 2 liters. Kalau you tak cukup, of course cortisol you akan peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also like it's also evolutionary lah. Like when dulu kan, like when we are in high stress and situation kan, kita akan berpeluh, all this are physiological.
Yeah.
It's your body telling you you're stressed.
Betul.
So we are in such a like go punya era kan. Kita selalu ignorekan tanda-tanda badan you, give you signal that you're stressed.
I think Amini, this is just what because I have anxiety and also depression as well. But
Thanks for telling me that. Thank you.
but the issue is right now, like let's say people don't really understand when they are depressed or
When they're in it kan.
Yeah, udah macam no, I'm okay.
Mengada-
I just need to pray
Betul,
more,
betul.
or like I need to like drive more. Dapat duit lagi banyak. Maybe probably I'll be okay. But they don't understand that they are depressed or they are stressed. They just like deny, or dorang memang tak faham because they don't. Dorang memang tak expose dengan this kind of things, you know. So Minnie, help me out here. How can we educate everyone to make them understand like you are stressed, you are depressed, you need help, guys.
Okay.
How?
Are we talking about the same age group? Like age group matters.
Exactly.
So hari ini, if a 4-year-old tell me, like, I every day sakit perut, then I will see that as a sign kan. I'm like, okay, let's go see a doctor.
Yeah.
You know, kita akan bawa ke doktor. Tapi if like today my dad age lah, 60-ish, it's like every day sakit perut. I'm like, let's go see a doctor. Then he would tell me, never mind, I just have to eat this and then I'll be fine. So, but I guess speaking their language lah. So
No, I mean like perspektif orang kat luar. Kadang-kadang bila kita cakap kita ada mengalami masalah stress atau depression, orang kata no, you just ngada-ngada, you just main-main. Perspektif orang kat luar kadang-kadang macam e-hailing kan dorang try explain macam you cakap tadi kan, if you ada problem, just talk to somebody. Tetapi perspektif orang menerima tentang kita punya keadaan, dorang rasa macam kita orang ni ngada-ngada, lemah, and you just
Okay
make
lah.
fun. Yeah.
Macam ni lah, macam e-hailing kan. Okay lah, dorang ni dah lah stress. Orang pandang rendah dekat dorang because bawa kereta je. Why are you so stressed? Bawa kereta je pun, right? You don't have to think about anything else. Okay. Memang kita punya society ni memang memandang rendah dekat orang-orang yang membawa e-hailing whatsoever. So dorang pun rasa macam very low self-esteem. Nak cerita kat orang pun macam I'm telling the same problem, you know. So probably orang pun tak nak dengar. So macam mana nak mengatasi masalah ini? How to make kita we ourselves pun to pandang rendah dekat orang-orang e-hailing. Why? Kenapa nak kena buat macam tu kan? Semua orang ada problem masing-masing. So how are we? Macam mana nak buat benda ni? Macam mana?
So bagi tahu siapa, like help me understand, like ini untuk like us that are not e-hailing driver ke, atau kita help e-hailing driver untuk
we go to e-hailing first.
Okay. How do we help them to recognize that
the issue,
you know, the kerja, the issue of stress. Okay. I guess, you know, like for example kan, if hari ni, like for example, like Shah's example, if today I keep using
Sorry. Ya Allah. Sorry Minnie.
it's okay. So if I use Shah's example kan, if the ultimate priority untuk Shah is to take care of keluarga dia, I bagi tahu that you need to slow down to take care stress. Are you gonna do it?
What kind of point you like?
So for example, kalau I say like,
Kejut I. Tiba-tiba soalan.
So if I say, Shah, you stress lah. You need to like slow down. You need to calm down. You need to not work so much. You need to sleep more. Take care of yourself. Tapi your priority is to take care of the family, to make money for the family. Do you think my advice akan
Help you.
Okay, bila I talk about perspektif seorang suami tu suami,
siapa tu?
husband lah, seorang husband lah.
You kena kutuk tau.
Seorang husband lah. Mungkin dekat luar sana e-hailing ada para ayah-ayah. So dorang memikul satu beban yang berat untuk menyara family dengan tekanan hidup yang sekarang sangat very very tinggi. Sampai dorang pun terpaksa sacrifice dorang punya lunch, everything untuk for the sake nak bawa balik duit untuk family.
Sabar. Buka lagu sedih.
So I think like it's very hard decision untuk seorang lelaki lah. Untuk bila you cakap soalan tu kan, seorang lelaki yang orang kata dia akan memilih untuk sacrifice dia self untuk family.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's why kita kadang lelaki kadang macam mana? It's hard to justify what the limits sampai kita sampai benda tu makan diri kita orang balik.
Yeah. So hence right, kalau hari ni I sit down with Shah, like if I ask him to slow down, it's not gonna work.
Betul.
Because that's not what he need.
Yeah.
Right. Tapi if I tell Shah like, then let me see how we can help you make more money with less stress. They want nak dengar. There you go.
Yeah.
Or can we manage your stress while you work? Right? Then dia korang more receptive. Dia akan dengar you lebih banyak. Like they will listen to you a bit more. So I think ultimately, I rasa we just need to listen to them more. Like it's a two-way thing. So it's not so much about helping them to understand. We need to listen to them first to understand what they want before we give them tell them like you have stress. You need to slow down. That's not gonna work.
No.
Yeah.
Betul.
So and ultimately, kalau dia orang tak nak bantu, susah lah nak bantu kan.
Betul.
So they have to want the help dulu. So I guess we, in a way, this one is for everyone lah. We have to be kind to each other.
Correct.
You never know what they are going through. And not just that, like today we are sitting here, I probably don't know what's going on with everyone's life,
of course.
right?
Betul.
But I can choose to be kind for Amira, to Shah, so that it helps makes life easier,
Right.
for them.
Right.
So if you make life easier for everyone, then they are gonna feel less stress, and then they're gonna open up more, and then they're gonna like be more receptive for suggestion, recommendation, then they are going to improve, and then things are going to get better. So it's a cycle lah. It's a cycle. So if I come back to Amira's question, how do we, help them to understand? I don't think. I think it's more like as long as we are being receptive, give, be there. Like for example, dulu you go like head to head, right? Because you didn't understand their job, right? But now you understand a bit more, kamu faham, and then you know that how it's like, to be in a place where it's stressful, kan? Then you are able to give more empathy lah.
Correct.
Ultimately, yeah.
That's the word, guys. Empathy.
Betul. Empathy.
Have more empathy. Being nice is free. You don't have to pay anything.
Yes.
Wow, you guys.
Yeah,
Correct. So I hope that answered that question. I know it's like it's a lot of layer, banyak complex lah.
Betul.
The issue is very complex, but I guess ultimately if we can start doing something, it's to be kind to one another. Yeah.
Okay, mungkin ada orang di luar sana e-hailing, driving ataupun tak kisahlah sesiapa, selain e-hailing atau pekerjaan apa-apa, you guys kat luar sana, mungkin ada seseorang, diorang dah terlalu orang kata menerima beban yang sangat tinggi. So very stress and pressure. So apakah solution ataupun saluran yang boleh Minnie suggest untuk diorang dapatkan khidmat untuk masalah ni?
Okay, there's banyak NGO di luar yang akan yang bagi service, service counselling ke, service support ke untuk the society. So for example, kalau let's say you have your like MMHA, on top of my head I can remember, there's a list of names. I can definitely give it to you all, then you can put it on the screen somewhere. Here, maybe here. I don't know, wherever it is. Yeah, I can give you a list of places that everyone can go for. And if let's say it's difficult for you to go for those services, it's okay. Just go to someone near you, let them know what kind of help you need. If you need someone to listen to you ke, ataupun you need someone to support you for a little while ke, pun boleh. So yeah, there's plenty of help. I think Malaysia, I know a lot of people cakap like, oh, Malaysia stigma mental health is still very big. It's there, but honestly, I think it's getting better. It's getting better. Yeah. I have my oldest client, 80 years old.
Hey.
My youngest client, I think like
That's an
teenager.
achievement.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like when like older generations come in, dia pun tak faham apa tu mental health ke, apa tu stress ke. They would tell you, zaman dulu tak ada lah macam masalah
that's
ni.
what my mom said.
Yeah, and it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. At least they show up.
Yeah.
Right? At least they show up. At least they are more willing. It's their first time too. Kan? If we ultimately think it's their first time experiencing this era juga.
Correct.
So it doesn't. Just be kind. Just be kind to them too. Yeah.
So orang kat luar sana, kalau korang ada stress, tolong pergi ke pihak badan yang orang kata berautoriti lah untuk dapatkan khidmat khidmat kaunseling. Jangan pendam seorang-seorang.
Your voice matters. Like everyone. Like literally everyone. You rasa problem itu sikit ke besar ke, okay, it matters. Cari je siapa-siapa yang you rasa you can talk to, yang it's not judgmental. Bila orang-orang yang stress ni kan, Minnie, I think the last thing that don't want to hear is judgment, being judged by other people, right? Just cari the proper channel, or siapa-siapa je, tak kisahlah siapa, even a random person, I guess. Just run it out, like macam Minnie cakap tadi kan. It helps. Trust me.
Or you can write it down somewhere, like conteng ke apa ke, any medium, as long as you have something that you can express.
I find like for me, when I'm stressed or like really stressed, I'll write it on my Twitter.
Yeah.
Bukan ran lah.
I ran kau.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Until right now, no?
Until right now.
Oh,
It helps me.
It helps kan? Like you have a
okay.
space.
Yeah, I have a
that you
space,
can go
like
to.
I can write like la 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 la, because I talk to my husband as well, but I just want like rant.
With husband have to filter a bit.
With husband all go all out lah, but for like small thing, I'll just like rant on Twitter, like, because no one cares,
Yeah, everyone is taking care of themselves, like nobody really cares.
So kan ke healing kat luar sana, pakai bas, cakap je dengan saya ke.
Ada bas,
Amira, hari ni pakcik jumpa saya dengar. Kita semua dengar, serius.
Betul. Korang guna bas dan bercakap dengan pasangan korang, dan luahkan apa pun yang korang nak cakap. You nak cakap I love you ke, you ada masalah ke, bercakap berbanding dengan teks you tak boleh express you punya expression. Kalau voice you boleh cakap hi. So it's different tone, different expression, emotion. But I think ada satu lagi topik yang kita nak tersentuh adalah, kadang-kadang orang tak kisah pun, alah stress je pun, apa pun, tetapi orang tak tahu fasa they have a phase. Because first they going to stress, after the stress they going to be depression, then the next depression is going to be like psychiatric problem, like DID, schizo and so on. So probably you can touch about a little bit about this stuff.
Like the different phases.
Yeah, kalau orang tak jaga.
Okay. So I guess so I want to speak in my Hokkien, like so chim. So chim means so deep. Okay. I guess okay, it also, okay, there's a lot, very complex, this issue, banyak-banyak complex, so I cannot make it terlalu simplify. Tapi kalau I nak like give everyone like an overall outlook.
At least orang kat luar sana faham kalau diorang tak jaga dia akan jadi macam ni.
Correct. So when we start with stress ada good stress dan bad stress kan. Kalau tak take care dengan bad stress, over time itu the cup accumulate. So you boleh imagine lah, cup itu accumulate, then it becomes like chronic stress. So chronic stress itu like stress yang tak like berpanjangan, kamu tak take care, then it becomes like boleh. It depends on orang, like different people. Some people akan, it will turn into like depression ke. Some people akan, it will turn into anxiety ke. Ada juga yang, turn into like many other, many other mental illnesses juga. So it depends, right? Kerana like, for example, if I have like, I'm someone that's more anxious lah. Kalau saya kencang kan, then anxiety is more likely. Tapi if I'm someone that's more pessimistic, so like like very like hopeless, feeling hopeless, then depression is more likely to be my tendency. So everyone is different. And then so if on top of that you're not getting enough help, kamu tak ada cari khidmat, the services, or you get professional help ke, then slowly it will become something that is more unmanageable. Yeah. So not really into, it doesn't go immediately ke like the end, right? On like the end of the spectrum. Tapi it can manifest into banyak different issues. Right? So for example, depression and anxiety normally akan didiagnose bersama-sama. Why? Because when you are depressed, you also very easily anxious juga. So a lot of things are like, you say like Amira just now say, like one thing affects a lot, like it affects everything. Then your relationship dengan orang lain akan get affected. Then when it's affected, you tak ada support. Right? When your relationship is you tak manage dengan baik-baik ke because of your depression or anxiety, then it's gonna be hard, to get the support. And then over time, when you are not supported, you feel isolated. Then when you're isolated, then you fall into this rabbit hole, like you're alone, and then slowly you feel hopeless. Then sometimes a lot of people have like a suicidal ideation. This is when it happens, right? So it's important untuk everyone to manage it, not so much of like, okay, this is the question I ask a lot of my clients, is that how bad do you want it to become for you to start getting help?
Ooh, no one ever asked me that question.
How bad do we have to wait until it gets bad? Like how bad does it have to become for us to see this as an issue? Right? And I mean, today when we are talking about it, nothing really triggers us to talk about it. But we want to talk about it because we don't want it to get bad.
Betul.
Kan? Yeah. We want everyone to be aware before it gets bad.
That's the thing. Like, I know lah, depressed people or they don't have the energy to even like talk about it. Like
they don't even have the energy to get up.
Exactly.
You found,
exactly, yeah. So how do you do it? Like how?
I feel it for you.
Yeah, because you don't have the energy, and then that's where it becomes all these like suicidal thoughts.
Correct.
The rabbit hole thingy. Right.
Correct. Yeah. So I guess if you're at that stage, it's okay. It's okay, and then there's no better time than now to take care of yourself. Again, so I'm glad you have some support system,
of course,
that takes care of you. That's great too. Like so, it's and at this time, it's your time to lean on someone.
Correct.
And you don't have to be functioning all the time. You really don't have to.
Correct.
I tell you, after this podcast, I go back, I'm gonna be a potato.
Potato, smoked potato.
Yeah, potato. Okay, I'm just gonna lay there and watch I'm gonna watch my. What show am I watching now? I just finished watching Shinchan, the Netflix Shinchan. Sorry.
Shinchan tu you punya wallpaper.
Oh, you like Shinchan too?
Yeah.
I just finished watching. Yesterday I was an potato. I'm like, okay, tomorrow is a long day, so I can like. So you don't have to function all the time, kan? So if hari ni you tak boleh function, like don't be so critical lah dengan you. Like if you're not productive, doesn't mean you're you're a failure. You know, you just need rest. That's it. Yeah. So I guess it's the cycle happens because we don't allow ourselves to slow down.
I think that what happens to all the e-hailing, all the Grab drivers, they always punish themselves. Uncle, tolong uncle, please. Don't do things like that.
But
you need
it's
rest.
also understandable juga, because you know, like they grow up in a zaman yang you gotta work hard.
Yeah, I think not just the uncles. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone. The
everyone.
drivers, yeah.
Even us.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone.
I think uncle, abang Grab, you guys deserve untuk rehat. Tolonglah rehat secukup-cukupnya.
You're human first.
Because kalau abang tak rehat, abang sakit, macam mana abang nak kerja abang?
Macam nak menjaga ayam.
Macam mana nak, you know, send me to my location. I nak book pun tak ada. No Grab driver around me.
So abang-abang, bukan abang-abangnya, kakak kat luar sana yang bawa Grab, yang memandu, please take care of yourself.
Betul.
Yeah.
Please.
Because we love you.
Creepy tu.
Okay, I ada satu soalan. Kita nak pergi seram sikit. Okay, Minnie. Okay, Minnie, kita nak tahu selama pengalaman you dalam counselling orang, what the most yang orang kata very serious case lah?
Serious ah?
I love that question. Thanks. That you feel like, oh, this is very chronic.
Ada kes suicidal ke?
Banyak lah.
Banyak lah.
Nak dengan cerita dia lah. Jangan cerita.
Banyak
Paling you think one of the most?
I cannot say one of the most, but I can say like one of the more how do I say, one of the more impact untuk I as a counsellor, right? Is the 80-year-old one. Maybe we can talk about that. Like 80-year-old without identifying names and whatnot. Dia datang kerana anak-anak dia datang kerana mereka, they think, like you say lah, they think they, you know, this client have like depression. Tapi the client is like, no, this is normal, right? So kita you know, sembang-sembang, you know, ask about how's life and this and that. Support semua ada, anak-anak pun semua successful semua. But I guess ultimately kita cakap dengan dia punya childhood ke, dia, you know, how she was brought up and things like that kan. I tanya, ma'am, you know, pernahkah kamu cakap, you know, all these stories kepada siapa-siapa? Dia cakap, no, this is my first time.
Oh.
This is my first time. And it's so common for me to ask, like, a lot of us don't ask questions enough about people. And when you hear the stories kan, you're like, it's stories about how, you know, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of abuse happening kan. You're like, but these are so heavy things.
Like
right?
how
do you hold that?
No, actually, what happened to the person?
I cannot give too much.
Yeah, like, just
but more
surface.
of like, I think it's very common untuk like our parents' era kan, you know, punishment lah, you know, a lot of punishment, and then abuse lah, different kind of abuse lah. Yeah.
I see.
So
Got
I don't know how censored this platform is, but
okay.
then
Okay.
yeah. So a lot of abuse, and then a lot of neglect as a kid. Like even like, don't know, like nowadays kan kita mesti pastikan anak-anak ada food. At least food is the essential kan. Dulu it's not like that. So they'll be hungry for like days ke, you know,
God.
like there's just a lot of that. So you imagine this person growing like if you see this person on the street, right, you think this is just a normal person. Tapi like they are carrying so much of that story with them, and they have never told anyone. I'm like, not even your husband, not even your kids. It's like, oh, we don't talk about these things.
Oh.
And then I think we had like 3-4 sessions ke? All the sessions were just talking about the growing up experience, and each session is like full on crying. And she have like this client has never cried about this before. There's so much suppression of emotions. So it left not scar lah, but more like left an impact where I treat my parents differently now. You know, like the things they do, the things they say, there must be a reason. Like there are so much of their story that I have never heard. Yeah, so I guess that left a very, very deep impact in me. That, you know, when I see someone, I try not to assume apa-apa dia yang experience. I just like listen as it is. Yeah. It's not serious, but it's impactful lah untuk I.
I think that's been happening to all their generation, the boomers generation. They don't really like to talk things like this, because to them it's like, I survive.
Yeah.
You know, this is because of that. I am who I am right now.
I'm stronger, you know, or like for men it's like man up. You know, they're not really.
Yeah, that's why I think they think like, you know, all this like depression and all the stuff is just, it doesn't make sense to them.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's okay if it doesn't make sense to them.
Yeah.
A lot of things doesn't make sense to us too. Like, you know, is anyone of like Gen Z?
Gen Z.
Gen Z outside. Oh, here millennials. No worries. Gen Z outside.
Tapi penonton tadi Gen Z.
Kau Gen Z.
I feel old as a millennial.
It's okay. We watch.
It's okay.
So, so Gen Z, whatever Gen Z say, we don't understand.
Of course.
It's the same. Like whatever we say, our last generation don't understand. And it's not that they don't want to understand. It's just that, you know, because we are built up like that.
Correct.
Of course, we, you know, for new things to infiltrate territory kita kan, kita akan like, you know, like, you know, like, but it's, you know, kalau orang lain, you know, they are willing to like, come into our world, you know, see what it's like, and then to be receptive, like my client, if we are able to do that, kita akan open up juga.
Betul.
Kan? So, yeah, I'll say like, it's not that they don't want to understand it. It just doesn't make sense to them. Yeah.
It took me a while to convince my mother as well, to make her like understand all the situation, right?
They might not understand fully, but know that, you know, a lot of them, I think a lot of, like, we have good intention. We just don't know how.
Yeah.
You know, we just don't know how. And yeah, that's okay too. Yeah.
Wow, it's very interesting topic hari ni.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of time kita belajar banyak.
Maybe we should do
another session.
Another session.
Let's go.
Wow.
I think Shah can be sitting here juga.
No.
We take turns.
Nanti siapa nak jaga lagu ni? Okay. Actually, thank you so much, Minnie, for having us hari ni. Kita belajar banyak benda baru. Dan pada you guys luar sana, you are not alone. Please find out people yang you percaya, jumpa diorang and bercakap.
Betul tu. Abang-abang e-hailing, kakak-kakak e-hailing kat luar sana, if you are stressed or perlukan bantuan, dapatkanlah segera ya. Jangan it's never too late. Right?
Betul.
It's never too late. Jangan tunggu sampai dah teruk. Sangat-sangat baru nak.
Or if I can add, there's no such thing as small matter.
Exactly.
All that you experience matter. You matter. So yeah.
So Minnie, do you have anything to say to kakak-kakak abang-abang e-hailing?
Yeah.
You jaga sendiri dulu, baru boleh jaga orang lain. Yeah. So take care of yourself first before you take care of others.
Yeah. Okay, sekarang ni BUS kita collaborate dengan gabungan e-hailing Malaysia.
Betul.
That's why kita ada program Jom BUS.
Yeah.
So Jom BUS ni memang khas untuk e-hailing, untuk abang-abang Grab, abang-abang bandar. Siapa-siapa je. Tolonglah join community ni, sebab kita orang memang nak tahu whatever issue, apa-apa pertolongan, apa-apa whatever you need, semua ada kat dalam tu. Memang khas untuk korang je. Tak ada orang lain.
Abang e-hailing. Daftar sekarang.
So siapa nak pergi bowling, free. You guys, percuma. Tolong join kita punya community. Jom apa? Jom kita join community. Jom BUS.
Okay, sekali lagi. Okay guys, kat luar sana, jom kita.
Hai.
Syasho. Okay, korang kat luar sana, korang boleh daftar dan join Jom BUS Community bersama e-hailing driver dan klik link di bawah untuk sertai komuniti kita dan berkongsi idea dan pendapat. Betul. Okay, kita sampai di sini saja. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Minnie. Thank you so much. So probably next
session, we'll see you.
With Minnie. Alright. Thank you everybody.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Woo.